What's up everybody, it is I, Hero Range, and welcome to my Nightmare Cup tournament video. I actually had 3 Nightmare Cups, but I'm only gonna be uploading this one because, it's the end of the month, people are ready to go for the next cup, so yeah. But, I'd say overall, I did pretty... what does that sound? I did pretty mediocre. I definitely could have done better, but... it is what it is. It's in the past now, right? So for the first cup, I got 3 wins, 2 losses. Right? Not too bad, For the second cup, that's this one right here. And I'm happy that this one is the one that I waited because this is the one that I did the best, right? Because the third cup, oh my god, I did bad. This is the first time I ever had more losses than wins. I had 3 wins and 4 losses. So... yeah, whoo, that's, it's bad, but it's not, it could be worse. You know what, I'm starting to feel like I'm being a boastful, I feel bad about it, because personally, I'm being a boastful butthole right now. Let's just get into the video. The team that I ran was Alolan Muck with Snarl, Acid Spray, and Dark Pulse. Now, I know what you guys might be thinking. Wow, what a weird moveset. You've got, like, Snarl over Poison Jab, but this guy was my MVP for the whole cup. And I just want to throw a big shout out to my buddy Cyril, who suggested that I use Alolan Muck, but I was really resisting him. I was like, nah, I don't like Alolan Muck. He's doo-doo, I'd rather use Drapion, but after my first cup, I gave it a try, and yeah, he's fantastic. Xatu with Air Slash, Ominous Wind, and Aerial Ace. Bronzong with Confusion, Heavy Slam, and Flash Cannon. Lucario with Counter, Shadow Ball, and Power Up Punch. Alolan Raticate with Quick Attack, Hyper Fang, and Crunch. And Toxicroak with Counter, Mud Bomb, and Sludge Bomb. Now my first opponent was John Spurs, who is actually a viewer of the channel. So if you're watching this, what's up, dude? I hope you're doing well. Now here's the thing, right? At the time, I wasn't reading the teams because I felt like I had such an invincible strategy with Alolan Muck, and I'm gonna show you that strategy right now. But I want you to take a good, hard look at his team, and I want you to tell me, right, which Pokemon on his team could have ruined it for me. Okay, just comment down below. If you don't remember his team, rewind a little bit and then comment down below. Okay, which Pokemon could have ruined it for me? Let's see how we do. So we're gonna start the match off with a bad lead matchup. Alolan Muck versus Toxicroak. Seems like I lose already. Is that the one Pokemon that's gonna end it all? No, I actually have a contingency plan for this. And this is what makes me feel so confident about this team comp right here. Okay, I throw a Dark Pulse. People think it's an Acid Spray. They never shield. I swap to my Bronzong. Yagan, okay? Seems like I win this already, The fighter just disappeared. I still have my Dark at a good amount of HP. Plus I have my fighter to beat this guy, so no problem. But here's the thing, right? I didn't wait for the switch clock right there, okay? He's gonna get off a charge move. It's a foul play. Didn't block it because I only had 1 shield. He brings in Claydol. That is the one Pokemon that could have ruined it for me because my last Pokemon is a Dark Poison. Well, the Pokemon that I hid is a Dark Poison. He's got energy. He's got shields. I will not be able to kill him with my Dark Poison because it gets off an Earthquake and it does super effective damage to me. I just disappear. I was so happy with my team comp, man. Alolan Muck was doing work. Throw the Dark Pulse, swap to Bronzong. Oh my god. It was such good synergy too. But I didn't read the team. That was my mistake. I didn't read the team. If I had Alolan Raticate in a different formation, right? In a totally different... If I had Alolan Raticate... oh man, things would have been different because Alolan Raticate can take a lot of Earth Power. I think he can take 2 Earth Powers before he goes down. But yeah, my god. It was so obvious too. It was his only, psychic... as a psychic type attacker. Type of person. Plus he saw Bronzong, which beats Xatu. So I should have read the team, right? Let's see how we do. So we're gonna start the match off with Toxicroak versus Toxicroak. It's a Toxicroak mirror match, and I felt really bad when I saw this because I am bad at breaking CMP. I definitely need more practice or more patience because I just want to throw the charge attack. So yeah, My plan was, since there was no, it doesn't seem like there was like a clear winner, was to swap out. But we had that charge clash right there, right? Plan was still to swap out. We both swapped out. And this is a bad situation because, you know, Bronzong can beat Claydol in the one shield scenario. In the no shield scenario, no, I lose because he has extra sensory, so he charges up, you know, Earth Power much faster. He's gonna get off a charge attack, and I'm dead. Okay. Bad. Horrible. He has 3 Pokemon. I have 2 Pokemon. And one of them is super, super hurt. Okay, so I bring out my Alolan Raticate. I was like anticipating he's probably gonna bring out his Toxicroak. Okay, and I failed to read the situation right there. I threw the Hyper Fang. He swapped out to his Toxicroak. Oh my god, I should have held on to the energy. I should have held on for dear life to that energy. And then, you know, taken out his Toxicroak when it swapped in. But he played me, man. GG, John Spurs. GG. I'm gonna get off a Hyper Fang, but it's definitely not gonna be enough. So, rips. Moving on to my next match, I felt really bad. I was one in the hole, and this was my weighted cup. So, time to make it back, okay? Time to wake up. Time to read the teams, which is what I should have been doing at the start, but I got really excited about my Alolan Muck thing. So, yeah. So, let's read the team. Martin LV's team here doesn't have a confusion user. He doesn't have a psychic type as a psychic type attacker. He also doesn't have Zatu. So I was thinking, you know what? Toxicroak seems like a very, very safe switch in. Plus, since he doesn't have Claydol, I can run my Alolan Muck strategy. So I'm running the Alolan Muck strategy again with Toxicroak as my safe switch in. Let's see how we do. So we're gonna start the match off with a fantastic first matchup. We've got Alolan Muck versus Alolan Raichu. Okay, so I'm gonna be able to farm this up, especially with an Acid Spray. But he swaps to his Toxicroak, which is fantastic because I hit him with an Acid Spray and he's gone. Acid Spray plus Confusions on Toxicroak. Oh my god, that is devastating. So, he brings in Drapion. Now, I know with Drapion, I have time. I can take, you know, one crunch. He threw an Aqua Tail. I guess he was trying to shield bait. Okay, so I throw a Flash Cannon right here. I don't really care anymore about my Bronzong because I know that he doesn't have fighters anymore. So, what's the point of shielding my Bronzong, right? So, you know, I take the crunch. I let it go. I wait for the switch clock. John Spurs, thank you for, you know, for drilling that into me. Okay, so, yeah. He's gonna get off an Aqua Tail. I am gonna get off a Mud Bomb. Okay, gonna throw that right away. My policy for Drapion is, you know, just to get rid of it because it can spam so much, right? So yeah, I get rid of it. He doesn't have any more shields. He's got Raichu. I've got a Mud Bomb. We're gonna take match number 1. Now for match number 2, something messed up happened and I called him out on it. But then he did something messed up again, but, you know, I hope that you don't make a big deal out of it because I honestly am more concerned with, like, personal relationships. I don't know him that well, but I don't want to have any bad blood with anybody in the PvP community, especially, like, if they're, I think he might be, like, a new player, so just don't make a big deal out of it. Let's let it go, okay? Let's see how we do. So this first match is an error match, okay? So we've got a Alolan Muck. Okay, just gonna charge up. Again, just don't make a big deal out of it anymore because, yeah, but right here, I throw an Acid Spray and then I'm gonna swap to my Toxicroak, right? Okay, so I swap to my Toxicroak. I'm gonna hit him a couple of times. It's doing a lot of damage. He's gonna throw an Aqua Tail or a Crunch. I didn't really care. But then he swaps into Bronzong. He didn't have Bronzong on his team. And I called them out on it. So, you know, I just agreed to have a rematch with him. But then another messed up thing happened. But again, I don't want you. I just like, let's just let it go. Because I'm not really sure if he knows about like the rules and stuff. But yeah, you know, I honestly value this person more than, even if I don't really know him, right? But I value him more in the PvP community rather than if I win or lose. You know, that doesn't really matter that much to me because, you know, I suck at Nightmare Cup anyway. So, but let's see how we do. So I agreed to have a rematch with him and he picked the lead advantage, right? Let's use this as a learning tool here, okay? So what happens if your opponent brings a Pokemon outside of his party of 6? What you do is you take screenshots and then you show the tournament organizers, and then I feel like that should be a disqualification, right? Because there's nothing else on the rules paragraph about that, but I feel like that's a disqualification. But I agreed to have a rematch with him. Like, the least that he could do was follow like the other rematch rules of having the same Pokemon. At least like just take out Bronzong, but have the same Pokemon there so that you don't have like the advantage over just seeing somebody's team, which is what I did, right? I followed like, but it doesn't matter, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna lose this, by the way, but not because of that thing. I could have won this, honestly, but I swapped right there. You saw that? That was a mistake. That was a mistake. I should have just like fought it out with my Toxicroak, but it is what it is. Stuff and things happen. I felt bad about, but don't make a big, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right. What I want to do is I want to just read a small bit, okay, of a paragraph from the Silph Arena rulebook just to clear things up. Okay, so in the event of a restart for an individual game, both players must utilize the same battle team compositions in the same queue order as chosen for the disrupted game, right? Modifying or changing a battle team during the scenario may be considered as a tournament error battle list problem as defined under section 2.4 of the Arena Infraction Procedure Guide. Sounds very technical, but here's the important part, right? And may result in a game loss as assessed by a judge if evidence can be provided. So, the least that he could do, I already agreed to have a rematch, right? But the least that he could do was to use the same lead. Just use the same, like Drapion versus Muk, and not pick a lead advantage, because I did that. I followed the procedure. So yeah, let's not make a big deal out of it. It's a learning experience for all of us, right? And we can all move on. And next battle. So this third match is quite close. Very, very close. Want you to, pay attention, because it's a pretty good match. Okay, so we've got Alolan Muk versus Drapion. Okay, he's gonna hit me with an Aqua Tail. Don't really care. The plan was hit it with an Acid Spray and then swap. Okay, swap. Okay, I'm gonna start to hit it with the counters. Got it to yellow. He swaps out. Okay, so he brings in Alolan Raichu. Again, he doesn't have a confusion user, okay? So this thing is a softer counter, right? I was counting the moves and I was like, okay, you know what? Let's not block a Thunder Punch. But then I was like, I was unsure right here if I could get to another Mud Bomb. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let it go. I still have my Dark type. It doesn't matter. I can get energy plus throw the next Pokemon like a charge attack. Okay, so, okay. He's gonna hit me, but I block it. Thunder Punch, fantastic. Just farm it up for energy. The next Pokemon is gonna be Toxicroak. Toxicroak, it is... He pulls out Drapion, and I was like, okay, why did he pull out Drapion? Does he not have Toxicroak? If the last Pokemon is Toxicroak, I win because my last Pokemon is Bronzong. I hit it with Dark Pulse there, and he pulls out Skuntank. I'm like, oh my god, that is horrible. The only thing I could do was just throw an Acid Spray on it and pray, just pray that I could kill it with my Bronzong. Okay, so he hit me with a Crunch, but I had a shield. So fantastic that I didn't shield my Toxicroak. Okay, right here, he hits me with a Crunch. I survive, and then I get to a heavy slam. I throw it, and he's dead. My next opponent is Mystic Knight, who has Alolan Raichu and Bronzong for his Psychic types. He doesn't have Claydol, so I was planning to run my Alolan Muk strategy because I really love Alolan Muk. It just sets up my whole team. Let's see how we do. So we start the match off with Alolan Muk versus Poliwrath. What type is it? Is it Legacy? It is Legacy, so it is gonna start to hurt after a while. I'm gonna take this first power-up punch. The plan was to do the same thing that I do with Toxicroak. I'm gonna hit it with a Dark Pulse. He's obviously like gonna take it because, people always think it's an Acid Spray, but that thing charges up really fast. He gets off another power-up punch before I swap. Okay, I had to block it. I swapped to my Bronzong. I hit it really hard. I got it to the red. But here, I'm a little bit worried because Poliwrath is still in the back. He was able to switch out, right? Poliwrath not as squishy as Toxicroak is to Psychic types. But he takes his Flash Cannon, and I'm able to take out his Dark type Pokemon with my Psychic type Pokemon. That was key. Okay, so he had to bring out his Poliwrath again. And I was like wondering why he did that, because I thought that he had another Psychic in the back. It was actually Toxicroak. That's a little bit dangerous because he has the shield advantage. Okay, plus the energy advantage. So I pull out my Alolan Muk to drain the energy and also to deal damage to it so that my Toxicroak can finish it off with fast attacks. Obviously, like, my Mud Bomb is not gonna hit it because he's got a lot of shields. Okay, gonna throw a Mud Bomb right there. Okay, but with the fast attacks, we got it. I felt really confident about my Alolan Muk strategy that I was almost running it in every single match. So let's see how we do. So we start the match off with Alolan Muk versus Drapion. Okay, so we've done this before, but I was gonna do something different. Okay, I'm gonna hit it with an Acid Spray. Alright, so he's gonna throw an Aqua Tail, not gonna block that. Acid Spray, is he gonna block? He is not gonna block. Okay, so he knows what's up. Alright, so I'm charging up to another charge attack, and then I'm gonna swap just so that I have energy because he kind of plays like a different. He doubles, right? So I was thinking he might do double Psychic or I don't know. I just felt like it was right at the time. I saw to my Toxicroak, he swaps in his Toxicroak, and I'm thinking, okay, that's dangerous because you might be running double Dark. But the thing is, I have shield advantage here. Energy advantage. And I can take out his Toxicroak with my Toxicroak. But I was also thinking that I shouldn't waste both my shields on my Toxicroak because this guy is just energy for my Bronzong. I can keep the shield plus throw a Flash Cannon at the next Pokemon, right? So that's what I was thinking. So I take it out. What's the next Pokemon? It is Alolan Muk. I was like, oh my god, I friggin' knew it. Plus, it's a bite. So yeah, that thing would have shredded my Bronzong. Okay, so I throw another Acid Spray at it, okay? And then I throw an Acid Slam, and a Heavy Slam powered up by the Acid Spray. So yes, it is an Acid Slam, and then I take out Drapion. My next opponent is DJ Live, who is a friend of mine. He was undefeated at the time, and I just felt really bad that I had to battle him because I hate battling with friends during tournaments, but it's unavoidable. So what does he have on his team? He's got Tyranitar, and Tyranitar is way tougher than Alolan Raticate as a Dark type who can kill other Dark types. I think Tyranitar is like up there. He's the best Dark as a Dark type killer. So don't run Alolan Raticate, but that's not a problem because he doesn't have Claydol, and so I have a serious addiction to grape jelly. So we start the match off with Alolan Muk versus Legacy Poliwrath. Okay, so it's gonna start to hurt after a while, so I have to get out of there. I'm gonna run the Toxicroak play after taking this first power-up punch. So I'm gonna throw a Dark Pulse. He's gonna think it's an Acid Spray, and he's not gonna block it. Boom! Swap right away to my Bronzong. Unfortunately, he charges up so friggin' fast that he got a power-up punch, and then he swapped out right away, and that kinda stinks. Look at that HP difference, right? Okay, usually Bronzong wins against Xatu in the one shield scenario, but because of this this HP difference, I'm not gonna be able to survive another ominous win. So you know what? I'm gonna let it go. Okay, just take it, and then I'm gonna farm Xatu up with my Alolan Muk for energy. That's why, I have Snarl, so that I can farm up for, from the Psychics. He brings out Tyranitar, which is fantastic because I can do this right here. Acid Spray, and it's gone. And it's gone. And then he brings out his Poliwrath, which I am gonna be able to take out with my Toxicroak. Now here's the thing, right? Okay, so he hits me with an Ice Punch, but I have shield, right? Okay, here's the thing. After our first match, my buddy DJ said, oh, I wasn't able to switch my Tyranitar. It would have made a difference if I was able to swap it out. So we called a referee, and the referee said, I don't think it would have made a difference. So, we kind of like ran a couple of like mock battles to see if it would have made a difference. But the thing is, if he swapped out his Tyranitar and then his Poliwrath came out on my Toxicroak, right, I still would have been able to kill it. And then that Tyranitar is good as dead. So after I explained that to him, we both agreed that, okay, that match was definitely for me. So we're moving on to the next match. But the thing is, I understand where my buddy is coming from. And honestly, I'm super sick of watching my Pokemon disappear from double super effective fast moves like with Toxicroak and Confusion, and also like my Alolan Raticate with counter. It's not a good time, and that's one of the things that kind of make me not like Nightmare as much, with the Confusion users, and it's just like there's not a lot of time to think, not a lot of time to like do strategies and stuff, and whoever gets to set up like that super fast kill kind of takes a big advantage. So I feel you on that. Okay, so we're gonna start the match off with the same lead matchup. We've got Alolan Muk versus Legacy Poliwrath. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same strategy, but with a little bit of modification. See, the problem earlier was his Poliwrath was able to swap out from my Bronzong really fast because he was able to throw a power-up punch, right? So yeah, I stayed in for the second power-up punch, and I don't think that that's a good idea because as you saw, my Alolan Muck was at like that much HP, and he still has his Psychic type in the back, so not a good idea. But the thing is, my buddy here made a fatal mistake. He blocked that heavy slam, right? He made two fatal mistakes, right? Okay, and I'm gonna just wait out the switch clock. Alright, yeah, I punched the mic. Sorry, my bad. Okay, and then he blocked my Mud Bomb. Those are two fatal mistakes that are definitely gonna lead to him losing this. But he had this matchup except for that part, right? But, you know, it is what it is. Now, this match is gonna go to me, but, you know, it's nice to talk about because it's kind of like, when things don't go your way, it could be a sign of good things to come because I am gonna beat my buddy here. He was undefeated until he faced me, but you know, the next day in our biggest Nightmare Cup, he won 4th/5th place, plus he won a lot of Pokecoins. So my next opponent is Bailey Bryan, and he doesn't have Toxicroak on his team. Plus, he's got a 3D team. He's got 3 dark types. He's got Drapion, Alolan Raticate, and Spiritomb. So I was thinking, I need to run Lucario. I've got a double fighting strategy with Alolan Raticate because Alolan Raticate can be a Psychic killer and also a dark type killer. So let's see how we do. This match is crazy. It's crazy. It is the best match that I had this whole tournament. So we've got Lucario versus Legacy Poliwrath. I don't know how much Power Up Punch does to Lucario, so I'm like, no, I'm weak to that. Block it. Okay, Power Up Punch. He blocks it as well. I don't know what's up. We probably like just don't know the matchup and we're both freaking out. So we're just block everything. So yeah. Throw another power-up punch, he blocks, and then I swap to Lucario. I'm thinking, you know what, draw out the Psychic type right now because my powered-up Lucario is gonna take care of all the dark types in the back if ever there are any, right? So yeah, draw out the Psychic type, he pulls out Xatu. I'm like, okay, that's fantastic. I didn't wait for the switch clock. I pull out my Alolan Raticate. He's gonna get off an Aerial Ace, okay, and then he swaps to his Raticate, and that's bad news because his Xatu is now in the back. I can't kill it. Oh my god, it's annoying. I'm waiting for that switch clock. Okay, he's gonna hit me with something. Please don't kill me. It's a crunch. It's a crunch. I swap in my Lucario. I take a crunch. I'm alive! I take out the dark type. That's fantastic. My Lucario is completely useless now. I hit it with a crunch, right? And I take the match. Insane! So for the second match, I wanted to use the tried and tested formula because I wanted to end it. So for the second match, I made a fatal mistake because I was so excited. I lost all patience and yeah. Anyways, I've got this matchup. Okay, I'm gonna throw an Acid Spray. I'm gonna charge up. I'm gonna block this, obviously, because I want to get to the next match and, you know, maybe hit that with an Acid Spray. So, yeah, take it out. What's gonna come out? This thing got me excited right here. It's Alolan Raticate. And then I hit it with an Acid Spray. I'm like, oh my god, that is a snack right now. Swap to my Toxicroak, but then he swaps to his Gallade. That was an amazing swap from him. That was like pure reflexes, man. So yeah, because I messed up there, I'm dead. I'm totally dead. My Muck is not gonna be able to take out his Gallade, and he's got Alolan Raticate in the back, and it's just I just had to wait, man. I just had to be a little bit patient. Dang it! Plus that Gallade deleted my Toxicroak. I hate that, man. Don't you guys hate that about the Nightmare Cup? I hate it when my Pokemon just get deleted. But yeah, rips. Okay, so now we're running the modified Alolan Muck strategy because he doesn't have Toxicroak. Lucario is much safer because he doesn't disappear after a couple of confusions. Let's see how we do. We're gonna start off with the same exact lead matchup. Okay, we've got Xatu versus Alolan Muck, so I'm gonna play it the same way that I did earlier. I'm gonna throw Grape Jelly and then I'm gonna farm and then, yeah, block the Aerial Ace right here so that I can get to the next Pokemon with a good amount of HP because I wasn't sure what he changed on his team. So yeah, waiting. What is it? It's gonna be Alolan Raticate once again. I'm gonna throw Acid Spray and this time I'm gonna swap properly right there using the charge move as the swap. I was able to hit him like a good amount before he swapped out, and right here See, the thing about Lucario is he can take a good amount from confusions. It's okay. He still gets like a good amount of damage. Plus, I burned that shield. That was crucial right there. Okay, so he doesn't have any more shields. I'm thinking, you know what? We can probably finish it with Bronzong. Okay, so after Bronzong, okay, I've got energy. Okay, he's got energy too, but it doesn't matter. I've got a shield. Take the crunch. Plus, I could have survived one crunch, which I am gonna survive this one crunch right here. Okay, take it. I can survive. Throw a heavy slam. We goods. GG, dude. GG. So for the last round, we've got JM Luis M, who is a good friend of mine. He beat me during our regionals, and he became the champion of our regionals. And yeah, this is gonna be tough. Now for his team, I was thinking, well, you know, he doesn't have Claydol, right? So now this team comp right here was my bread and butter throughout this whole tournament. Alolan Muk definitely my MVP. So yeah, let's see how we do. So we're gonna start the match off with Muk versus Poliwrath. We've seen this so many times before, but I'm gonna play this like a different way because I know that if I see his Poliwrath, he's probably running his double fighting strategy. So yeah, I have to be really careful about this. So I swapped to my Toxicroak rather than my my Bronzong because I have to save my Bronzong for his Toxicroak in the back. Okay, I only know this because we're friends and because we battle all the time. So yeah, I was thinking that he might have brought like a Psychic type, so I wanted to keep my Toxicroak at a low health. But the fact that he swapped in his Toxicroak on my Toxicroak is not good because that means that he's got a dark type in the middle, right? Sometimes he runs like Hypno in the middle, sometimes he runs Umbreon. So that's kind of really bad. I'm most likely gonna lose this, and I knew that I was gonna lose this the moment that this happened right here. He's got Umbreon, so yeah, I'm dead. Plus I wasn't able to get off my Flash Cannon, which would have helped but wouldn't have turned it either way. It wouldn't have done anything. So yeah, GG first match. Difficult to play, right? For the next match, this is the team comp that I plan to run, and the way that this works is if Toxicroak goes down, I've got Raticate as a dark type killer. Okay, so yeah, let's see how we do. You know, the sad thing about the Nightmare Cup is that I feel like it's very legacy dependent, right? It's a big deal if you have a Last Resort Umbreon. It's a big deal if you have a Legacy Shadow Ball Hypno, right? Now you can correct me if I'm wrong. Definitely could have played some of these matches better, right? But see, the thing is, I have Bronzong as my Confusion user, and I feel like he's the second best Confusion user after Hypno, but he takes super effective damage from Mud Bomb, and multiple times during this tournament, or like these tournaments, right? I take a Mud Bomb, and sometimes my Bronzong died from that, and I lost the match because of that. That wouldn't have happened if I had Legacy Hypno. He would have taken that Mud Bomb and be like, what happened? You know, somebody like scratched my back or something, you know, something like that. Another thing is, my Alolan Raticate, even though I love this, it's a fantastic Pokemon. It can kill Umbreon. It can't do the same things that Umbreon does. Umbreon can stay with Toxicroak like what he did earlier in the lead matchup. Can stick in with Toxicroak and just, you know, farm up energy, swap out to a Confusion user, damage it, and then kill it later when shields are down. Right here. You see this? Bam! Gone! Right? And so I feel like against good players, it's very hard to match up if you don't have these legacy Pokemon. So GG's, we got 4 wins, 2 losses. I feel like that's pretty good. I lost to John Spurs and also my buddy here, JM Luis M, who again became the champion. Oh my god, I feel like I should have the nickname the Kingmaker, you know, because I'm always like losing to the champion. So, you know, but it is what it is. I'm pretty happy with what I was able to achieve, but I'm also quite sick of the meta with the Confusion users, like how they feel when they play, and also just Pokemon disappearing. You know, just Pokemon. I'm tired of it. I'm ready to move on to the next cup. But thank you so much for hosting the tournament. Monkey One, Earl Ketchum, and Quotient. Had a lot of fun, you know? Had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Remember to leave a like, comment down below. GG's, Luis. GG's once again. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. Ding that notification bell. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.